In Ethiopia, droughts are becoming more and more frequent, as singer Bob Geldof found out on his return to the country 25 years on.
Why do you think we're experiencing this change in weather, this climate change?
This climate conversation is one of 6 held across the country by aid agency Oxfam. Ethiopians are bearing witness to the changes being forced upon them by their climate. Their stories will be taken to the Copenhagen summit. I used to raise our children very well. I used to feed them varieties of foods. And we had ample water. We didn't have a problem with water. So things were very good in those times. But now I cannot feed them as I used to do previously. So we are having a problem.
The climate change is so rapid to the extent that the months of the year were named after the seasons, the weather patterns. And where we were further north in Tigray, they're actually changing the names of the months because the weather has changed and the name of the months is no longer appropriate. And in fact, the new names they gave the months are now already outdated.
These schoolchildren are planting trees to try to combat the effects of local deforestation and global climate change. Last year, Ethiopians planted almost 700 million trees.
The reason we are planting trees is to turn our dry land green, to have enough water, sufficient water, under the ground, and to make it less dry.
Like many African countries, Ethiopia has done little to contribute to global climate change, but it's already feeling its impact. The country will be leading Africa's push at the Copenhagen talks for the extra funding it needs to adapt.
They do understand that we're in this together, you know. They do know about carbon gas. And they don't blame us. They just say, well, that's the industrial world, and that goes up and the trees absorb it, so we have to reforest. But just as much as they have to change their economy and the way they're living, so do we. So their whole point is it's got to be in balance. And all that's happening in Copenhagen is to try and put balance into the equation. I personally don't believe there'll be a deal done there, which is an act of grotesque political negligence.
Whatever the outcome of the Copenhagen talks, Ethiopians will be watching closely.